Hello, I'm Janae Tibshirani with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, the US's labour market performed much better than expected last month. The Bureau of Labour Statistics' non-farm payrolls report shows 287,000 new jobs were added over the month, a powerful rebound from only 11,000 in May, and the largest increase in 8 months. However, the unemployment rate crept up to 4.9%, retracting most of its sharp decline from April. Average hourly earnings rose less than expected at 2.6% over the year. A BNZ strategist says June's non-farm payrolls report is a Goldilocks report, strong enough to suggest that the economy isn't falling into a hole, but weak enough to suggest that the Fed won't be tightening anytime soon. Trade Minister Todd McClay has received strong assurances our trade interests won't take too much of a hit from the Brexit. Having met the EU's Trade Commissioner and other trade ministers at a G20 summit in Shanghai over the weekend, McClay is adamant our trade relationships with the EU and UK will continue and will keep being kept in the loop with any discussions between the EU and UK that affect us. He's also been reassured New Zealand remains on track to negotiate an FTA with the EU. Prime Minister John Key has congratulated Malcolm Turnbull on forming an Australian government. Turnbull last night declared victory, 8 days after cliffhanger elections, leaving his Conservatives with a fragile grip on power. Key says he's been in regular contact with Turnbull and believes New Zealand and Australia should work even more closely together. New data shows consumer inflation in China decelerated in June as food prices increased at a slower pace. China's CPI rose 1.9% in June from a year earlier, down from May's 2% increase. China's PPI declined 2.6% year on year, once again a little weaker than expected. The index has lingered in deflationary territory for more than 4 years, although it's decelerated less rapidly in recent months. Soft inflation stemming from weak demand gives China's central bank scope to keep easing monetary policy. The US Treasury 10-year yield has slumped back down to 1.36% this morning. The US oil price has remained stable since Friday morning at $45 a barrel. The Brent benchmark is just below $47 a barrel. The gold price has remained at $1,357 an ounce. The New Zealand dollar starts the day strong at 72.9 US cents, 96.4 Australian cents, and 66.0 euro cents. The TWI index has leapt ahead even further since Friday to 76.5. I'm Janae Tibshirani, and that was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.